And the hole itself now is about nearly 10 inches deep. And we drilled that in about 3 minutes.
The prototype achieved its primary goal, to pass quickly through rock. However, Potter must also prove that the flame jet technology works in the wet, high-pressure environment inside a deep well. That's where this machine comes in. It's another prototype called a hydrothermal drill that simulates the wet, high-pressurized conditions of the most hostile subterranean environment.
The hydrothermal drill should allow us to drill to depths of 30 to 40, 50, even 50,000 feet by 12 inches in diameter. Sounds kind of crazy, doesn't it? Okay, Jim. Let's see, go ahead and give us some juice there. Igniting.
The bit on the hydrothermal drill is a 4,000 degrees Celsius flame. But unlike a conventional drill, it never touches rock. Instead, the flame superheats a jet of water and it fragments the rock. It also flushes the fragments out of the area. Potter pulls out the small granite sample to check the results. The drill succeeded in making a perfect borehole. Once Potter tests the drill on a rig designed for it, his invention could go to market.
It's still got quite a ways to go. I don't think we're quite there.
If they succeed, wells could be drilled faster, cheaper, and deeper, and geothermal plants could be built almost anywhere on the planet. However, until a working flame drill appears, the drilling industry will continue to slowly grind away.
I don't think drilling deep holes is a pipe dream, but more importantly, it's still in the research phase and yet to be proven commercial.
Engineers at well number 26 outside Reykjavik could certainly use a hydrothermal drill right about now.
It's basically quite a closed well. It doesn't seem to be opening up.
They continue to grind 2 kilometers into Iceland's volcanic rock in search of 300 degrees Celsius water. If they don't find it, their €2.2 million investment may be for naught. A geologist at the drill site examines tiny shavings taken from the well only hours before. Each fragment tells a story.
We analyze what kind of rock it is. They can tell us something about the temperature and also if there are any fissures or openings coming up.
The latest batch of shavings from deeper down hole offer an important clue.
You can see, certain minerals that tell me the system has reached maybe 280 degrees.
280 degrees is hot, but not the optimum temperature to run one of Iceland's power plants. Engineers continue to drill 24 additional days, bringing the total cost for the experimental well to over €2 million. Then, they finally find what they are looking for: 300 degrees Celsius temperatures. The Iceland Power Company was lucky. The well turned out to be hot, and now they will build one of the world's largest geothermal projects atop their newly discovered resource. Another drill team, 6,800 kilometers away, may not be so lucky. The team at the Bottle Rock plant in California previously blew one of their working wells, eliminating dirt and other debris. Then they diverted the clean steam to the recently refurbished plant, where engineers are standing by to make electricity and go online for the first time. However, this power plant requires at least 17 megawatts of power to go online commercially. If the plant can't reach the minimum, they lose money every day they remain dormant. After traveling through pipes for 1 kilometer, the steam enters the plant and hits the turbine. For the first time in 17 years, it begins to turn.
It's causing this turbine to spin at only 600 RPM right now. But very shortly, after the turbine has warmed up a little bit more, we will increase steam flow to the turbine and we'll roll up to 3,600 RPM, which is the full speed of this turbine.
The steam is supplying more than enough power. Once the turbine starts, so does the generator. In the control room, engineers check for a reading. What they see stops them cold. No electricity. The cause becomes clear immediately. The generator is spinning, but it's not making electricity. And if it cannot make electricity, a disaster could be about to take place.
The turbine would take off very quickly, and it's too much stress on the turbine blades, and they can actually fracture, come apart.
Replacing the massive turbine in months of downtime would create losses in the millions for Bottle Rock. The team quickly isolates the component that's causing the problem. Engineers must act fast or they will lose the turbine.
We tripped the turbine, and the turbine has rolled all the way back down to 0 speed.
The crew narrowly averts a disaster. Now, they must determine what went wrong.
A lot of the people I have downstairs working on it, they're scratching their heads a little bit.
They also have another hurdle to overcome.
Most of the instructions have been translated from Japanese to English, and therefore there's a little bit of translation problem as well.
Repairing the plant takes 9 days and $50,000. But then, Bottle Rock's 17-year wait is finally over.
Guys can continue to work as long as...
And so is Lou Capuano's. His dream of reviving the defunct facility is now a reality. The plant successfully goes online and starts sending clean power to California's electrical grid. Geothermal has been renewable energy's best-kept secret for over half a century. Its plants are powered by a free energy source, emit almost no pollutants, and they are profitable. Yet geothermal supplies a paltry 0.05% of the world's power, has little political clout, and remains almost completely unknown to the public.
I got 3 children in school, and I must admit that my children are not learning anything about geothermal existing.
Solar and wind often receive more government subsidies and get much more press and public attention than geothermal. Yet because solar and wind technologies cannot generate electricity when the wind is not blowing or the sun is not shining, geothermal wins the quantity race hands down. Conversely, as Iceland has shown, geothermal can do what coal, gas, and nuclear power plants do: supply baseload power.
That means that it can provide power to the electrical grid 100% of the time.
So why do some people believe that geothermal power has taken a back seat to fossil fuel plants and competing green technologies as well?
People can feel sun, they can feel the wind. They, in many cases, just don't know what geothermal means. The industry has always struggled with a visibility perspective.
The world beneath our feet remains hidden. Yet the realities facing our planet are becoming clearer every day. Today, the world requires about 10 trillion watts of electricity every year. Almost 90% of that power is supplied by the coal, gas, or nuclear power industries that emit billions of tons of carbon dioxide or leave behind dangerous toxic waste. Since the inception of geothermal science, its visionaries have dreamed of offering the world a green alternative.
Geothermal energy has probably the greatest potential for providing significant additional amounts of electrical power for the world.
The question is, can it work on the rest of the Earth not blessed with the unique geology of the geysers? Or Iceland? The answer to that question depends largely on the results of Sulza's EGS project and promising new technologies that could revolutionize drilling.
Our dream is to enable geothermal systems to become a commonplace reality in the world.
We are unlocking a vast potential. Geothermal technology is going to explode.
If they succeed, man may finally allow the awesome power of Mother Nature to come to our rescue and our planets.